Mr. President, in 2006, following intense fighting between Israel and Hezbollah, this Council adopted Resolution 1701. While Hezbollah launched sporadic attacks against Israel in the years since, quiet had largely been maintained along the Blue Line for 18 years. However, that stability was shattered on the morning of October 8, when Hezbollah initiated a barrage of rocket attacks on Israel and armed terrorists subsequently infiltrated Israel from across the Blue Line in the aftermath of Hamas's brutal and unprecedented terrorist attack on Israel. Hezbollah made the escalatory decision to bombard communities in northern Israel, and for the past 11 months, it has done so on nearly a daily basis. It is wrong that this Council has yet to condemn Hezbollah for these repeated destabilizing actions, and we regret that a small minority of Council members blocked the Council from doing so in this mandate renewal. Colleagues, Hezbollah's violent attacks put Israeli and Lebanese civilians at risk. They jeopardize Lebanon's stability and sovereignty. Lebanon should not be a haven for terrorist organizations or a launch pad for attacks against Israel. There is no dispute that Iran, in clear violation of the arms embargo in Resolution 1701, provides Hezbollah with the majority of the rockets, missiles, and drones that are fired at Israel. And let's be clear, Israel has a right to defend itself against Hezbollah's attacks. No member of this Council facing a brutal terrorist organization on its border would tolerate daily attacks and displacement of tens of thousands of its own people. The United States supports Israel's right to defend itself, and we will keep working for regional stability. The path to stability does not just end in a restoration of calm along the Blue Line. It ends with a comprehensive understanding relating to the Blue Line that has real implementation mechanisms. Only that will allow displaced residents on both sides of the Blue Line to return to their home with security and safety. And to achieve that, we are going to clearly need a strengthened UNIFIL at some point to help with implementation. More immediately, extending UNIFIL's mandate, which this resolution does, supports our goal of regional de-escalation, which is now more important than ever. We do not want to see conflicts intensify and spread, and most importantly, the people of the region do not want that either. Specifically, UNIFIL plays an important role in monitoring activity along the Blue Line and promoting stability. And it supports local communities by facilitating humanitarian access and providing much-needed resources and training. UNIFIL's liaison capabilities also are integral in mitigating the risk of miscalculation and preventing further escalation. Going forward, we need to address the ways in which Hezbollah and other malign actors in Lebanon prevent the full implementation of Resolution 1701, constrain UNIFIL's ability to operate freely, and threaten UN peacekeepers' safety and security. And we need to push for Resolution 1701's full implementation, including by establishing an area south of the Litani River that is free of any armed personnel, assets, or weapons other than those of the Lebanese government and UNIFIL. It is imperative UNIFIL be able to freely monitor and report any actions contrary to UN Security Council Resolution 1701, which requires full freedom of movement and access to sites of concern, which Hezbollah deliberately obstructs. Without that access and attendant reporting, the Council cannot have a full and accurate understanding of the situation along the Blue Line and the threats that Hezbollah poses to regional security and stability. It is vital that the Council continue to support UNIFIL by taking measures to address these attempts to constrain UNIFIL's ability to fully execute its mission. Colleagues, the extension of UNIFIL's mandate today ensured an important pillar of stability in Lebanon remains in place and is able to perform its important functions. It should help support the hard work of diplomacy ahead of us, diplomacy that the United States will continue to lead on the ground in coordination with other members of the Council and partners in the region. Thank you, Mr. President.